Welcome to another episode of Distilled Conversation. I'm Brian.
I'm Gavin.
And we're just going to continue down the line of the whiskeys that we tried during our donut episode.
Right.
Last time we tried that Ann Arbor.
Mm-hmm.
This time we're going to do the Wild Turkey 101 Bourbon that we tried.
Mm-hmm.
That donut, if we remember correctly, was the maple glazed donut. I think that was our tops as far as the pairings go, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to pour, and then I'm going to give
some.
Let
me correct you real quick, just for the view. Not Ann Arbor, Anoa.
Anoa?
Yeah, he said Ann Arbor.
Okay, my bad.
Okay.
No, it's Ardbeg.
Ardbeg.
Yes.
Okay.
I combined it.
I'm feeling you.
I combined it words, and I think that Ann Arbor is like a city.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Bleep. Anyways.
So we're going to go ahead and pour. As we're pouring, I'll read a little bit on the whiskey as far as the content, the mash build, and then what we should be looking for when we go to smell it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and let you pour real quick. I'll go ahead and speak on the whiskey. So Wild Turkey 101, bold, high rye Kentucky straight bourbon. High rye in the sense that the rye content is about 13%, but it is still considered a bourbon because the corn base of it is about 75%. Does also do malted barley at 12%. Pleasant, earthy, spicy complexity, gives robust flavors of vanilla, caramel, some baking spices, toasted oaks. For the smell, let's see, sweet aroma of vanilla cream, brown sugar, toasted oak, a balance of notes of rye grain spice, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a faint hint of citrus or orange peel.
I can see that.
We'll be looking for.
I'm going to pour a little water in early.
Okay.
Just on the side, so I don't have to struggle with it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's smell this thing right now.
All right.
Let's get a little whiff of it.
Beautiful color.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, really.
And all the video reviews that I watched as far as bourbons go had Wild Turkey as a go-to bourbon for individuals wanting to know what a classic bourbon should be. Nose is really pleasant. You can definitely get the proof, the high nature alcohol within it, but it's not overpowering at all.
Now, accidentally, I took a small little sip just out of habit.
Yeah.
And I guess because it smelled so good. But scent-wise, I get that orange zest, orange peel.
Yeah. Definitely high in the orange. A little bit of vanilla.
A little bit of vanilla.
So it talks about baking spice. I'm assuming that's hinting to the high rye content, but I'm not getting that.
I'm not getting that either, actually.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of the cinnamon with the vanilla, but baking spice, no, I'm not. I'm not really getting that.
No. But a very nice. You can definitely tell that there was some complexity put in this 101, even for.
But I definitely smell like the orange peel, orange zest flavor.
Very budget friendly as far as.
Let me tell you, that right there is definitely a go-to. Like if I'm out. And maybe you go to, like, you know, I frequent a couple dive bars, and most of them will have Wild Turkey 101.
Oh, yeah.
And when I see that, I know I'm safe. I'm like, okay, I got something decent. It doesn't break the bank.
Yep.
And I think it's such a steal for the price.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think.
How much was the bottle?
I think the bottle was like maybe 40, 45.
40 for that quality? Oh, man. Was it that much, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the nature of where we're living in right now.
Yeah, I I got you.
everything's gone up. So we'll go ahead and, as far as tasting goes, on the palate, let's see, caramel, sweet vanilla, followed by a dose of peppery rye. Should be noted. Again, baking spice, some oak with hints of cherry, and rich butter.
Cherry, really?
At the end.
And butter, really? Okay, I'm gonna look for this cherry.
So good. You can definitely.
You know what?
I get a little bit of the baking spice now.
I've never noticed it before. Yes, there is cherry.
Yeah, I got the cherry on the back end. A little bit of the buttery note, not as prominent as you would find in like an Irish whiskey, where you get that buttery cookie.
Oh.
But there's a little bit of a buttery note in there.
Okay, I tell you what. Palate just got shocked. Hold on, let me take another sip.
Yeah.
Butter? No. I don't taste the buttery note. Cherry, I do. Baking spice has now shown up in the back, just hiding, but it's there. Vanilla, yeah, that's very prominent. But
and although the rye is in there, it's not hitting you in the face.
No.
I think they do a really good job of making sure that that's right at the right level, so it's not too spice forward.
You know what I also like about this? Okay, it's 101 proof, right? So
Yes.
it's a fairly high, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It drinks smoother than 101.
It does. And for those that think that it's a little bit high for their palate, don't go and get just the typical basic Wild Turkey.
Right.
Because that's going to be 80.5, I think.
Okay.
So it's like 40, just a little bit over 40% alcohol. Everything that I've read says that you'll be greatly disappointed because everything is toned down.
You're not getting all those flavors.
Your best bet is to get the 101 and then water it down yourself. You know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put a couple drops in there, right? First, I do that, and then I get my couple drops. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's usually my standard.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hold on. Let me smell it first before I actually start drinking it.
And I did a tasting note on adding water. Should soften the alcohol aspect of it and unlocked a little bit of sweeter note with the vanilla and the oak.
I can actually smell a little more of the rye now that the water's in there. I smell a little more rye. I can still smell the cherry, but not as prominent. But I smell the rye now, a little bit of orange.
I definitely don't think 3 drops. 3 drops is enough to kind of allow the oils to separate, but definitely not enough to drop the alcohol content. I mean, it's still very, very forward.
I tell you what, for me personally, I think that water actually, to me, I think it made it tastes a little better to me. You know, for me,
with the water,
just a little bit of water, just those 3 drops I put in. Let me just confess, I'm just a big fan of Wild Turkey 101. I really am. I think it's a great all-purpose bourbon. Um, I'm usually not a high rye content type of guy, but in this case, I tell you,
And as far as a mixer goes,
oh
this
my
would
goodness,
be great.
it's an all-purpose. It really is like a superstar, especially for the price. You know, it's budget friendly enough that if you mix it, you don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But if you got nothing to mix with and you drink it neat, you're great. And if you add a little water in it, you might find just a little bit more nuances
Yeah,
to
a
it.
little bit
you
more
know?
complexity. I am going to use the water that I did the cap
Yeah.
full. And just
I will
finish
do the
that up.
same. I will do the same.
See if we can open that up a little bit more.
Okay.
And again, you don't need a lot of water.
Hold on. But I diluted a bit much. And this is a distilled conversation. So there you go. All right. Now, that much water in it. Let's see. I definitely get a floral note.
And the water definitely continues to soften it very nicely. Gets that vanilla a little bit more forward. The oaky nature of the barrel comes through real nice.
For me, the more water I put in there, the more I'm tasting like the rye, but it's not even like a strong rye. It's like almost like a grassy note, but not a grassy note. It's like, how do I describe it? A floral note. Yeah, let's say floral.
Yeah.
And
that orange is still there.
Orange is still there. Hold on. I'm not getting as much of the cherry right now.
Now, the cherry has definitely gone a little bit more kind of on the back end, very soft.
Yeah, it's not
very,
as
very
prominent.
Not as prominent.
Not as prominent. I need to buy this more often.
It is a great whiskey. Like I said, very budget friendly. I will definitely put prices up in the description for those that are interested in exactly what this one retails for. I'll start doing that moving forward. Now, during the episode that we did, the donut episode, one of the comments that you had made was that this would probably pair really well, not with a maple donut, but with pancakes and maple syrup.
Yes.
So I got some pancakes over there. I got some maple syrup.
Okay.
On the next cut, we're going to have some pancakes here. We're going to taste it with the maple syrup. We're going to do the same process we've done before, where we cleanse our palate, take a little bite of the pancake, and then finish it off.
I can't wait. Let's do this.
So next cut, that's what you're going to see here. All right. All right. So we got the pancakes here. We're going to go ahead and take a bite of the pancake, sip of the whiskey, see all that.
All right. Let's go.
Pancakes, little maple syrup.
And this is maple syrup with butter.
Not like a good pancake would.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, damn. Okay, good. Hold on.
That's still just, oh my gosh, still tastes so good. That maple nature just comes through.
That is breakfast.
That's dangerous.
I tell you what,
that is.
As a late night snack or dessert after dinner or something like that, get you a pancake, some wild turkey, and you'll be all right. Man, hold on. I think I'm going to finish this pancake.
It's just a great combination. I mean, we just had that sliver of maple on the donut, but the maple syrup, it's just, it pairs so nice with this. Definitely, I can see if you do like an old fashioned, you can substitute like the sugar content with a little bit of
Yeah.
maple syrup.
But you know what? Here's my thing. With old fashioned, there's new flavors in there and everything. I actually want to taste this a little less diluted with that.
Mm-hmm.
But with an old fashioned, there's more flavors in there. You know, you put in the bitters, the sugar, and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that. Whereas with this wild turkey going neat, or with a little bit of water, you're getting those flavors of that with this.
Yeah, and it's just a great pairing. I mean, regardless of whether it's a maple donut or a pancake with maple syrup. I mean, your thoughts were spot on. This would really pair well with a pancake and some syrup.
My God.
Just that higher proof, alcohol cutting through.
I'm just, no, with the higher proof, I do think you get more, but it's the same, just more intense now.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a perfect pairing. This is a perfect pairing.
This is a very dangerous pairing. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do this if you're on a diet.
No. If you're on a diet, just leave this alone. But I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah, you'll wind up eating all your microwave pancakes.
Yeah, outstanding.
No, I have a extra whiskey I want to try. I'm gonna bring in, not to be paired with the pancakes, but
yeah, we can't do it with pancake now.
well, we have one more. But when we were coming up with the episode, I originally thought my wild turkey was a bourbon, and it wound up not being a bourbon. So I had to go out and buy that one. But because I had it, and this is a whiskey channel,
It is.
I figured we would go ahead and bring that one forward, do a little comparison,
All right.
see how that wild turkey rye recipe pairs up with this bourbon. Because the rye recipe, it's 51% rye, and the corn's gone down to about 30%. So where it was
and what's the mash bill starting out with?
So the mash bill starts out at 75, 13, and 12.
Right.
With 13 being the rye, 75 being the corn. The rye starts out at 51 rye, 30 corn, and the rest malted barley.
Oh, that's a big difference.
So there's going to be a huge spice note that's going to hit us.
Okay.
But
I'm going to have to rinse
definitely
this
would like
out a little bit.
See how that plays in this particular scenario.
That I'm going to have to rinse out a little bit.
So
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and bring that rye in just a second.
Okay.
So as you can see, my rye is a little low.
You like your rye?
I like my rye. I think I've stated that before. But like I said, I'd like to see what the contrast is going to be. Now, because of the low nature of the bottle, there's going to be a little kind of oxidation that's occurred within the bottle.
Well, how long you had the bottle?
Oh, a good while.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely oxidation.
But
hey, here's a note. Okay, if you have a bottle and it's been sitting around, if you've drank a fair portion out of it and you really, really, really like the flavor, if you can get a decanter to fit how much volume you have, because with the decanter you won't get as much oxidation because there's less air. But when you have a bottle like this, and as Brian enjoyed it so much, it's down to here, there's a lot of oxygen. It will change flavor. For the better, for the worse, whatever, but it won't be quite the same after time.
At this level, you should definitely start working on it a little bit more often than you would normally, just because the oxygen can start playing around with it in funny ways.
Especially if you really like it.
Yeah,
you're not going to keep that same flavor.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do a little pour here.
And I'll let you pour for me, sir. Okay.
Again, this is 101, so it's still 101% proof, so
All right.
50.5% alcohol.
And this is a rye.
This is
Okay.
a rye base, so
Okay.
51% rye, 30% corn on
I
this
smell
one.
straight rye, floral, the whole package.
But because it's been sitting in the bottle, sorry.
Oops.
But because it's been sitting in the bottle for an extended period of time, that alcohol nature has settled down a little bit. It's not as prominent for it, especially as compared to this one, which is was pretty new.
Oh, by the way, this is a whiskey channel, so if he made a little boo-boo there, we're allowed. Thank you. Okay, so
That's all right. So
okay, I definitely smell the rye.
yeah, this one I didn't know tasting notes on this one, but it says black pepper, butterscotch, toasted almonds, and citrus is what we're going to be looking for.
I see a little black pepper. Yes.
Very like small hint of citrus. It's not very forward.
Small, but
Very small.
black pepper and butterscotch.
Butterscotch, yes. But I love butterscotch.
I love butterscotch too. From when I was probably 3 or 4 years old,
Yeah,
I love butterscotch.
grandpa candy.
You ain't lying. You gonna make me go out and buy some right now.
Right.
I got my granddaughter in the other room. Shoot.
Let's go ahead and try that. See, I like the bourbon, but the rye there's a complexity on that one that I just go for 100% of the time. You probably don't.
You know what? His was interesting. The first thing that hit me like a sledgehammer, the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Those baking spices and
baking
things
spices,
like that.
yeah.
That's the first thing that hit me. I mean, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I am tasting like, I guess, something you would find in a bakery, sweet breads or something like that.
It's probably the component that I like the best about the rye and about Irish whiskeys. Sorry, Irish whiskeys is that it does have that baking like component to it, where you get that buttery cookie from the Irish whiskey. This one, like you said, you get those baking spice notes.
Okay, now hold on. The first one was a shock to the palate, right? So I got straight baking, right? Baking spices, sweet breads, even like croissants. Now, the second sip, I got a little more of a, hold on. I'm still getting a citrus note. Okay, I haven't tried it with the water. Hold on. I was so involved with it neat.
Yeah, I'm going to do a small little pour of the bourbon here. And I think I will have reached my limit.
I understand that. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta. Okay, let me get my drops in.
We still got a conversation we got to take.
Yeah, I know. That was 2. Okay, 3.
I'm gonna do 1 for 1. I'm gonna do equal. Since I did a little bit of water in the cap here, I'm gonna do a little bit of water in the cap there.
Okay, I'm not really a rye guy, but for me, this is doable. You love it. I am okay with it.
And that's perfectly fine.
Will I go out and buy it?
Probably not.
But you know what? As I'm thinking about it, if I buy it, it would strictly be to make old fashions. For me. Yeah. Not everybody else, for me. Now,
but if you're gonna make an old fashioned, just you go with the tried and true. Get a bourbon.
And now, as I've had a few taste of it, I'm starting to get more of the grassy note. The rye is starting to be a little more prominent to me. Um, not salt, but not even call it savory. What's the flavor I'm getting? Maybe almost like a lemon pepper.
Oh,
There's a citrus note
yeah.
with the black pepper that I'm getting. So just because I'm struggling to find the perfect saying, but I'm gonna say or orange pepper. you know.
No, I mean, I definitely get the citrus note. I definitely understand what you're talking about. I mean, like a lemon pepper, where the lemon is just subtle.
Yeah, very subtle.
You know, but it's there.
It's there.
I definitely see that. And then, you know, comparing it with the bourbon there, the 101 bourbon.
Yeah. For me, though, without a doubt, probably the next bottle I'm buying is going to be this 101 just to have, because this is so versatile for what I like. But I can respect this because when I drank this neat, when I shocked my palate with it, it was actually very smooth.
No,
it was very comforting.
Although my go-to is the 101 rye.
Mm-hmm.
There's an appreciation I have for this bourbon. I mean, it is as the reviews that I've watched it says, this is what most channels would recommend. Look, if you're getting into bourbon and you want to know what a bourbon is supposed to be, but you don't want to break the bank in purchasing that bottle, this is a great bottle to go and purchase.
Great bottle to purchase. Great bottle to purchase. I tell you what, though, I am scared of pancakes now because I don't know if I can have pancakes without this bourbon. I don't know.
Yeah, pancakes or waffles or French toast or whatever.
You know what? I tell you what. If I went to the movie theater and they said, hey, we're doing a pairing of this bourbon and some pancakes and the whole breakfast thing, I would probably go back to the movies.
Yeah.
Because lately, the movie industry has gotten too expensive. They need something like this to get them back in.
Not only have they gotten too expensive, but I would fair to say you could get as good, if not better quality movies on the streaming services that are out there as well. Segue into our topic of conversation. For the movie industry, me and my wife went to go see the He-Man movie. You know,
Okay.
I'm a huge 80s person. I came up on He-Man, G.I. Joe.
I'm older than you, so you know I know all about the 80s.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But, you know, so I wanted to see the new He-Man movie. They botched the old He-Man movie. No bad word against Dolph Lundgren. He did his best with the script they had.
Yeah, right.
But I wanted to see how this new He-Man movie was gonna pair out. And although financially, ticket-wise, I didn't suffer a huge cost because I had the Cinemark Pass that allowed me to get a reduced price on the tickets. The tickets themselves were still $15 per ticket to go see this movie. And then when I went in, normally I would spend maybe $5-10 to get popcorn, drink per person. I ended up, so me, my wife, and my son.
Yes.
3 drinks, 2 popcorns, candy for me, and then my wife got pretzels and nacho cheese. My son got chips and nacho cheese. It was almost $100 just to get food to go see a movie.
For just food?
Just the food to go see the movie.
So wait, hold on. Okay.
The lady literally told me, don't look at the price. Just swipe the card.
Okay. So wait. So you had chips.
Chips and nachos.
Cheese.
Chips and nachos. Pretzels and nachos.
No meat.
No meat. M&Ms.
M&Ms.
A large bucket of popcorn.
Whatever.
And then 3 drinks.
3 drinks. What kind of drinks?
My wife likes to do the icy. No
alcohol.
No alcohol. Yeah, no alcohol. Just 3 drinks, a large popcorn, and some snacks.
And it was $100.
And it was $100. I kid you not. The lady looked at me and said, "Don't look at the price. Just swipe the card."
Okay.
I had no choice at that particular point in time. Everybody had grabbed their stuff, so I just swiped the card. But I mean, can you imagine if I had to pay the ticket price as well?
Now here's the thing.
$45 to go see a movie.
Dude, come on. I mean, why am I going to do that when I can recreate the best things they got about that movie theater in my living room for a fifth of the price? A fifth of the price.
And don't get me wrong, the movie was a good movie.
You liked it?
It was a good movie. It's still an experience to go see the movie at the movie theater. But they're doing too many bells and whistles. You're not just going, and then don't get me wrong, I love the recliner seats with the heat and stuff like that. I love that. You know, it makes watching the movie a little bit easier, especially as you get older on the back. You know, that being said, this particular movie theater had the movie plastered on the front screen, but also had a portion of the movie plastered on the sides of the screen. And that was cool for the first like 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, that's kind of awesome. That's kind of neat. You know when it wasn't cool? When you're sitting there watching the movie and the main action is on the screen there, but there's some side action on this screen here.
Okay.
And I can't see this screen here. Why? Because I'm watching the main action on this screen here. Where if it was a normal movie theater, it would be off in this corner here. So I would just have to use a little bit of my peripheral vision to watch this movie. Now I have to wait until this movie comes out on the streaming service so I can rewatch this movie to figure out what was going on this side of the screen.
At the same time. You know what? They're still figuring it out. But, you know, I got to say, you know, really, I'm a fan of going out, seeing the movie. It's a great date night, but the cost versus being home, it's just not. They have to figure something out, because right now, after COVID, when everybody basically was stuck in their houses, and you know, Netflix and all these other guys are like, look, we ain't trying to go down the pipes. They started streaming stuff for us when we were all locked down. COVID changed the world. So now that we've become accustomed to watching shows from our home, now they advertise a movie. Everybody's basically just waiting for it to hit Netflix now.
Well, even if they're not,
or Amazon Prime,
within a couple weeks, you can rent that same movie. Yeah. Granted, you're paying a little bit more than ticket price,
but you got 10 people watching it.
You got 10 people watching it in the night sanctity of your own home. You're not dealing with crowds. You're not dealing with traffic. You want popcorn, you pop your own popcorn at 1/10 the price.
How's the movie industry going to survive this? Because I don't see myself necessarily going to the movies anymore unless there's specifically, I'm like with my wife, I'm like, hey, babe, you know what? Let's just get out. Let's go see this new movie and have a date night experience. And they do serve actual food now and things like that at different places. But that's going to be once in a blue moon thing. If I'm going out on date night, I'm probably going somewhere else.
Well, like I'll ask my wife sometimes. I'll go, hey, you want to go see a movie? Same thing as you. She'll look at the trailer of the movie and she goes, nah, I'll just wait for it to come on streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally have Netflix. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got at home, but I got Netflix. I got HBO Max. I got Disney Plus. Disney Plus gives me Disney. It gives me Hulu. I got Amazon Prime. I got what else I got? I got Paramount Plus. So I got 6 streaming channels that I pay for in some way, shape, or form, either monthly or yearly. At some particular point in time, that particular show is going to pop up in one of those streaming channels.
Yeah.
And it's not like the old days where you had So there was a place called Blockbuster.
You got to be old to know this one, though.
So there was a time where you could rent movies. And the movies that you would rent would take a while for them to eventually get on VHS or DVD.
I used to have fun going to Blockbuster. I used to love that. Going to Blockbuster, renting a movie.
My mom would take us on Fridays. We would rent a movie. We would rent a video game. And me and my buddies would get together and we would play whatever video game we were playing. A lot of times it was like Mario Kart or something like that. And we would watch whatever new movie that came out. You know, they would pick their movie that they would watch and we would have our movie. But I mean, in the world of streaming now, you have already paid for the service. All you're doing now is just waiting for that particular movie to drop.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing about that is where I was at the movie theater, if I had to go use the restroom, I got up and I went to use the restroom. I came back. There was a big part that occurred.
Exactly.
That was it. I missed it.
So,
you know,
how does the movie theater industry compete now? How do they get people to go on that date night or their family? What do they got to do?
My personal opinion, number one, they need to stop doing gimmicks. So XD is nice, you know, but they need to make that just the norm. Okay. Whatever this, I understand what they were trying to do with having a portion of the cinema projected here on this wall and a portion. They were trying to do what they do for those dome theaters, you know.
But they're not positioned
but it's
like
not
a
that.
dome.
You know, when you have the dome theater, it's all on your peripheral. So you can see everything all at once,
right.
You know. You can't do that. So stop doing that.
Stop trying. If you can't do it right, don't do it.
But make it, number one, make it a price that the people can take their families to go see the movies, take their spouses, take their significant others, their dates. I mean, there was a time where when you were going to ask a girl out on a date, your first date wasn't to a restaurant. Your first date was to a movie.
Yes, all the time.
You know, I remember my first pseudo date, you know, with my wife was to a movie. I know what movie it was. It was at a dollar movie, so it was a discounted movie theater, which they don't have anymore. When was the last time you heard of a dollar movie? I mean, I think the only discounted movie theater that's close to us, we live in the DFW area, is over in Grapevine, Tinseltown Movie Theaters.
No, I think they got one in Plano also. You know, I think it's...
But their discounted movie is only during matinee. It's like $5, $6, $8, something like that. Whatever it is. I haven't been to a while.
But yeah.
But there was a reason why we called the movies a dollar movie back in the day, because it cost $1. You went at 2 o'clock, it was cost you $1. If you went at 7 o'clock, it cost you $1. On Tuesdays, it was 50 cents.
Well, here's my thing, right? So your fix is what now?
To make it more marketable for families and for individuals who want to go out as couples, to go out and not feel like they're having to spend a fortune, and stop doing all these gimmicks.
My thing is, if I'm going to go out take my wife on a date night, take my family on a date night. I don't want to spend $5 on a box of candy, right?
Who brings candy to a movie theater?
but well, here's my thing. This is what I'm saying is that, okay, if you raise the ticket price a little bit, you know, you got to make your money. And I'm really trying to help the movie industry because this is things that are going through my head. Okay, you raise the price to go in to see the movie theater, fine. Okay, cool. But the food, all the bells and whistles should be at standard price.
Oh, well, no one's saying they shouldn't make their money.
Yeah.
Because they're not making much off the sale of the ticket. Most of that money is going towards the studio.
Yeah. But here's what I'm saying.
We know they're not costing them.
Right, I get it. But what I'm saying is that they charge me a little more to get in there, fine. But my M&Ms shouldn't be $6. My M&Ms should be about $2.50. My popcorn should be about $2.50, $3. Because it don't cost you that much, and I can do this in my own home for less than that, you know? So if you want to charge me $15 on a meal, if you want to charge me $25, make it a $25 meal. Have some steak.
Yeah.
And a legitimate steak to justify the price. Give me the same steak at the movies that I'm getting at a legitimate restaurant. Give me the same calamari here that I'm getting at a legitimate restaurant.
Or at least give me something that's like a high quality bar food.
High quality bar food. Because if I'm paying over and above prices, right? Yeah, and okay, let's do the math here. I paid to get into the movie. If I don't spend a single dollar, I still gave you money to watch this movie, right? If I walk right in the door, go straight to my seat, this is what I paid to watch the movie. My food should not be escalated. Stop escalating the price on the food. Give me the food at a fair price, fair to the restaurant industry, fair to me. Because I could sit home and wait for the streaming service. And cook this myself.
And at least do deals that are better than the ones that it's a good attempt, but you can go on Groupon and you can find deals that are out there. You can find just ticket deals that are like $25 for 2 tickets, which are still, I mean, that's $12.50 a ticket. Yeah, but there are deals out there where it's a family 4-pack where you can get 4 tickets, you can get drinks, and you can get popcorn. So let's say you, your wife, and your 2 young kids want to go see the Toy Story 5 that just came out. Okay, you can pay for this thing through Groupon, and it's 4 tickets, 4 drinks, and a popcorn. That's all you get: 4 tickets, 4 drinks, and a popcorn. How much do you think they're charging for that?
Distilled conversation, had a couple drinks. I can't do the math right now.
So the last time I checked, it's Regal Cinema, 4 tickets, 4 drinks, 1 large popcorn was $85.
With the Groupon price.
With the Groupon price. I mean, that's not how much.
Oh, that's with the Groupon
price. That's with the Groupon price. $85. So if you were to purchase all that at the movie theater, it would cost you well over $100. I know firsthand. But at the same time, I can go, hey kids, there's this movie that's out. If we wait a week or 2, I can pull it up on streaming, spend $20 to purchase this movie. I can pop you all the popcorn you want, get a big old 2, 3, 4 2-liter bottles of soda, whatever you want to drink, and we can have a seat here. We can watch it. You need to use the restroom. Pause that bad boy until you come back. Pop that bad boy back on. I can watch it now. I can watch it in the afternoon. I can watch it in the evening.
Yeah. So the movie industry, They got to change the format. They have to either better food, lower prices on the food. Listen, I'm not upset about you charging whatever to walk in the door. I'm not upset about that. What I am upset is I'm paying $6 for M&Ms. I'm
a little upset what you charge and walk it to the door.
To walk in the door. You've seen it firsthand. Just like to go see a concert, a show where people are performing. You're spending a bunch of money now. It didn't used to be that much. Now they're charging $800 to go see something from nosebleed seats. Okay, get it. That's where we're going now. You got a movie that is going to be streamed within a month. Charge a little extra, don't bleed me, but charge a little extra, but the food should be comparable to the cost.
No, I get that. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Because otherwise, listen, the movie industry is going to die. Yes, on this channel, I said it. Gavin Shepard, I said it. The movie is going to die if you don't change your pricing structure.
Or at least some type of format where you give at least an option for those who want to wait a little bit, see it at the movie theater, but not pay as much, like they did back in the day with the dollar movie theater. But nowadays, most people, I don't know how big your TV is. My TV is a 65-inch screen TV. It's massively huge on the wall. So I got to ask myself, do I want to battle all these people? I mean, it's a nice thing now that I can pick my seat and I don't have to fight to get first dibs on the seat I want when I go to the movie theater. But do I want to fight all that, go to downtown, go to the nearest theater, try to find a parking spot, get that parking spot, go into the movie theater, sit through trailers, watch the movie, or I can just sit home, watch that same movie without my glasses because I don't need my glasses to watch the movie at home, although I do need them to watch it at the movie theater, and enjoy everything in luxury and peace. Look, and that's the state of where we're at.
That's where we're at. And look, I don't want to see an industry die, but if they don't figure it out soon, of course. I haven't been to the movies in about a year.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last movie I actually went to go see. I know I saw something within about a year. And we were doing it just to be doing it, but I used to go to movies once a month.
That was the thing me and my wife did. We would go eat and go to the movies.
Now, once a year? Come on. Y'all got to step your game up. This is almost like a public service announcement at this point.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them. And I want them to survive because it is a good date night. It's a great date night, but you've got to make it.
Well, it's definitely one of those industries that you don't want to see just go to the wayside.
Yeah.
And be the one talking about what you used to do when you were a kid. We used to go get in our cars and drive down to this thing called a drive-in and watch them project this movie on the big screen.
And then
do you know there's only one drive-in here in the DFW area?
I believe that. I've only been to maybe 2 drive-in movies in my life. And those were when I was 4 and 6 years old.
But now it's just a wise tale.
Yeah.
The movie theater itself is going to eventually go down that same route. And like Gavin said, we definitely want to see this industry strive and survive, but the way things are right now, we don't see how they're going to make it 5 years, 10 years down the road, if they have that long.
If they have that long.
They
ain't looking good.
Between the way streaming services are now, the nature of people wanting it now, I mean, most of the time, the movie that you see out in the theater is also available for streaming.
Most of the time.
So, I mean, you asked, how does the movie theater, battle this? I don't have a direct answer for you.
My thing is better food for a better price. Make it a date night, but
well, I mean, and if you want to have matinee ticket prices during your high points, your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, definitely understandable. But at least during the middle of the week, Monday through Thursday, give us Joe Blows who aren't making a huge amount of money the opportunity to go see your movie in the way you want it to be seen at a price that's reasonable for us to go see it.
Yeah, you gotta, change the. It's really about the price versus what you're getting. If I wait a month, I get everything you're giving me, and I'm paying way less. So if you want me to come see it right away, for one thing, make the food an affordable price.
That's to the theaters. That's not to the studios. You have no control over that.
Make the food at an affordable price. Change the format. Either you want to charge more for the food or charge more for the movie, but you can't hit them both. You can't charge me more for the movie and more for the food, because that is where greed, and it just don't make sense for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay home.
I'm gonna stay home.
I'm gonna pay $6 for the food. I'm sorry, M&Ms, and I'm gonna pay $15 just for my ticket to walk in your door. That's $21 per person.
To go
I
see
can watch, to see a movie. I can watch it at home for $20 for the whole family, and we'll cook and whatever. We'll have all kind of stuff here.
Well, and
at the house.
You can go by the local Dollar General.
Yeah,
get the same candy that they have in the box
for $1.
A little bit more than that, but still, I mean, you can buy everybody's candy that they want. You can buy the popcorn, have a big old bucket of popcorn, have drinks, like I said, popcorn, candy. You can have your own food made. Granted, you have to put the effort in.
Yeah.
But you can do that all at home at 1/3 the price without any of the hassle.
Now, here's the thing. That effort in that you're putting in, that's the same effort getting everybody ready, getting them in the car, going to the movies, looking for a parking spot, going from the parking spot, walking to the movie. That's the same effort. So the effort I'm putting into feeding myself, effort I'm putting into getting the candy, it's the same effort. So come on now. If I'm going to put that effort in and I'm going to save $100 and I'm getting everybody in my house to see it, and I got a pause button, y'all got to step your game up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's just
and normally our episodes are episodes that we're kind of honoring things, and we want to honor the movie industry. We see we have fond memories.
Yes.
Of the movies.
Yes.
I have fond memories of the movies. Again, I know the first Demon Watch, first movie I ever saw with my wife. Weird movie. I get it. It. Weird movie. It was a Tales from the Crypt movie. It was at the Dollar movie theaters. We just rolled the dice on this movie and went to go see it. But I have fond memories of us going to this movie. Our very first 30 years of marriage. And there are going to be individuals born today that are not going to have that same experience because of the way the movie industry is handling itself. And I don't want to see that.
Okay, well, hey, look, all we can do is give our input.
Yep.
That's it.
I don't know if it will amass to anything. If it does, great. Hopefully somebody in the industry rolls across our channel and listens to us. At least
I really hope. I really hope they do. Not for us, for them.
Yes.
For
those your granddaughter I would love her to have that same experience.
Yeah, I would love that, but you guys aren't making it
easy.
Yeah,
So, all right. So our next episode, we're going to just continue down.
I'm looking forward to it.
The next one is going to be the rye whiskey.
Okay,
Old Forester rye.
Let's go. That Old Forester, good stuff. Yes.
We've already discussed the topic of conversation, so it's going to be a tribute topic. You're going to have to wait for that episode to figure out who we're tributing to. No doom and gloom on that one.
Right.
Great whiskeys. Wild Turkey. Keep doing what you're doing, especially with that bourbon.
Yes, sir.
And join us again for our next episode.
See you.
Thank you.